So over the last few years, I've acquired a bit of money, right? And this puts me in the room with rich people and other successful people, young, old, anywhere in between. And there is one thing that I have seen throughout almost everyone that I have met that has been successful. And I'm not talking about success in a job, like, you know, a couple of $100,000 a year, high up in the ranks, climb the ladder, all of that. And I have no problem with that. I think that's a great path if that's something that you truly enjoy yourself. But what I'm talking about is people who have been successful, you know, with their own business ventures, online, offline, bricks and mortar, investing, trading, starting online businesses, whatever it is, right? And that one thing, right, is the view on life. And I know that sounds so fugazi, right? Oh, here's another yapper talking about manifestation or whatever it is. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a simple view, right, on essentially everything that happens. It's very rare, if not zero, that when I have a conversation with one of my friends who is a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, or even a couple of $100,000, right? But as long as it's self-made, essentially. It's very rare that anything bad that happens to them, they speak about it in a way that makes it seem like it's happening to them, right? As in, you know, the world is so bad, everything bad always happens to me, yada, yada, yada. No. Something bad happens, right? It happens for a reason, and there's a way to react and there's a way to fix it, right? And this same mentality can be spread across everything, especially with things that you cannot change, especially the things that you're not even willing to change, right? Like politics. For anyone who's listening to this who wants to be a politician, fair enough. Go and do that. That's not something that I can want to do. That's not something that I aspire to be, because I just simply don't think that we're in any position to change what the situation is, the status quo, right? So I'd rather just make the best out of the short time we're here and make the most amount of money possible, right? So I can live the best possible life for me and my family. That's what I want to do, right? So everything that happens, right, whether it's a problem with, for example, I used to do e-commerce and I used to have to pay Facebook, you know, 50% of all of my revenue with ads, and they would still ban my accounts and they would take my accounts away from me. And it used to frustrate me so much, but I just got to the point where I was like, well, this is just how it works. This is just the system that we have, and I have to figure out a way to use the system to my benefit, right? And the way I figured that out was, I don't want to pay Facebook 50% of my revenue anymore. I want to do something different. And that's when I was like, okay, I'll make one YouTube video a day and I'll just see if that works. And it turned out to work, right? But the point is taking everything that happens, right, not personally, and taking it and figuring out how to make the best of any situation and just being positive about life, right? Don't wish away time. Don't focus energy on, you know, what the government is doing, what you can't solve. Use everything we have as a tool, right, at your disposal. And the most important thing, right, is, and it's in your power, is just to be positive. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but it completely changes your perspective. And I can see it in all of the people that are around me throughout my life, right? When I meet them again, and I see, oh, you're a negative person and you're in a negative position in your life. And it may not even be a bad position in life, but because it's seen and everything is so negative, there's no getting out of it because you're your own worst enemy, right? Everything is happening to you, right? The government is against you. Taxes are against you. So-and-so is against you. Facebook is against you. Whatever it is, right? Whatever the daily problem is, it just clouds your mind and it takes away time that you could be spending bettering the situation you're in. And essentially anyone who comes from the Western world has this opportunity, right? You have the internet. You've been so lucky, right, to be given the opportunity to live in a place that has internet, that has water, food, all of the general necessities, and you can take the world the way it is, right? You can either be completely negative your whole life and get absolutely nowhere, or you can just try and see the good in the world and use the time you have here to better both the world and your own situation. So I just wanted to come on and say that, because every single day I see such negative comments on the internet, I see such negative opinions, and I've never once in my entire life, in the last 5 years of being a millionaire and being around other people who have made money, right, I've never once heard someone complain the way I see people who are in bad financial situations, right? And almost everyone that I know hasn't come from a really, what's the word? Like a really financially strong family, right? They've built it themselves, they've used the internet, and they've used it to their advantage, and they've taken advantage of all the things that they have. So I just wanted to come on and have a little chat there. If you want to have direct contact with me, there's a form you can fill out down there in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.